Everybody put 3 fingers in the air. The sky is falling, the wind is calling, stand for something or die in the morning. Section 80, high power. My name is Avery and we're going to be talking about my favorite subject ever. I've been talking about it for the past 10 years. I've built a reputation off of it. Who do you think I'm talking about? Who's been running 2024? He's been running 2024. He dethroned your favorite rapper. Okay. Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so I really studied Kendrick Lamar over the past couple of days just to refresh myself up on like what really got me started on loving him and why I feel like I'm the female Kendrick Lamar. And it really had me like thinking like about my thoughts and opinions on the whole Kendrick thing, because I've been really quiet about it. But I am the female Kendrick Lamar, and I'm so very proud of Kendrick. I'm proud of who he has accomplished himself to be, because he's only in competition with himself, and in reality, aren't we all just in competition with ourselves? And so let's get started talking about the Super Bowl and the Lil Wayne and the Kendrick controversy. See, I know people my age may know, but we teaching the YNs about Kendrick Lamar in this episode, okay? Because I keep hearing about, like, they not like us, but no one's going farther than, like, Good Kid, Mad City. And honestly, in 2009, Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne did do a co-signed mixtape. The C4 mixtape is a mixtape that Kendrick Lamar did in 2009 to honor Lil Wayne's Carter 3 mixtape in 2008, where Lil Wayne even co-signed it, and he even has a few songs with Lil Wayne, or I think he has like at least one. Did y'all know he had a song with Lil Wayne? So for all the people who are like talking about the Super Bowl and everything, people don't really understand Kendrick's heart. Kendrick is really misunderstood, and he understands that he's misunderstood. He explains that a lot in his music, deeper than the mainstream of what is popular, and I really am wanting to emphasize that. While people are emphasizing, you know, how he's the boogeyman and peekaboo, before he was peekaboo, what made him that way? And it's really been his whole, if you listen to Kendrick Lamar's albums and his mixtapes, you really will get inside of his head, his heart, and his soul of understanding the internal battles he deals with, and then how the external environment factors into that. He's really helped me develop who I am. I grew up listening to Kendrick Lamar, him and TDE. People don't understand, before Kendrick Lamar, who he is now, there is the community behind who that is. The Top Dog Entertainment. Before Top Dog Entertainment, there's Black Hippie. It was him, Ab-Soul, it was Schoolboy Q, and J-Rock. And look what they've become. Personalities, but they all make it come together. If you listen to Kendrick Lamar's Section 80, where he starts off with fuck your ethnicity, he's talking about, now I don't give a fuck if you black, white, I don't know what else he says, but fuck your ethnicity, basically. Where he talks about unity, like he doesn't care about the skin color of who you are. I think that's a very important message to continue to speak to America until it surpasses for our ancestors. Even in Section 80's album, where he talks about high power, visions of Martin Luther staring at me, Malcolm X put a hex on my future, so uncanny. Did he say that? I'm not good at lyrics all the time, so not too much. But these are the things that he preaches to people. Kendrick really can meet you at a universal level. He can meet you at a soul level. And that's why he's so very powerful. And that's why he overpowered Drake in 2024. Like, I'm finally going to say it. Like, Drake lost because it really came down to spiritual warfare. And Kendrick has been saying in his songs that he's coming after rappers who aren't true since he jumped out rapping. And as a person who's followed him in his whole journey and been obsessed with him, I can really understand that. And I love Drake, I really do. So on top of unity, Kendrick Lamar also preaches about like the government, and so did the whole Black Hippie high power movement. Talk about how to question the government and not put your faith in man. And I think that's very relevant and aged very well in 2024, especially in 2016, but no slugs. Moving forward, he also talks about and challenges people's religion and faith. People don't talk about that too much, but he does. And it really penetrated my soul growing up, because I was like, you're right. Maybe some of the ways that I'm being taught isn't for me. Not only does Kendrick Lamar, attack the government and rappers, but he really just attacks things with truth. And people don't take truth kindly all the time, right? Absol, the only other rapper I think is just as great as Kendrick in my opinion, but they would go and they would attack religion. They would say things like motherfuck the government, motherfuck the system, motherfuck you, I'm just living how I'm living. And I would be like, what? High power, that's a nigga religion till Jesus come back and he tell me something different. Now, don't be offended to my fellow Christians. I love my Jesus Christ, Savior, Lord, and ever. And so does Kendrick Lamar. People were offended by his whole Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers and his whole crown of thorns. But come on, when you really understand who Jesus the Christ is, then you would understand that a lot of the ways of the world, and especially in America, program us to be controlled. And so Absol did a whole album on Control System, which was, I would believe, obviously, was inspired by Janet Jackson's Control System. So many people have also felt these systems of control that we feel that they've been speaking on, and is obviously manifesting right before our eyes in America, and they call them crazy. But that's fine, because the truth will set you free. When you learn the truth, it sets you free. And Kendrick raps about the truth, and he connects to people on a soul level. That's why many of his fans, if you talk to them, like I have, they feel electricity in their veins. I've always felt that rapping, especially when I was in high school, and I needed that energy before I ran in track. And if you knew me and you knew me on the track, I ate them bitches up. Another topic that Kendrick Lamar discussed that I really respect and have came upon my own journey is the soul's ability to balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Masculine is the one that goes and is the power. It is the one that goes and believes in himself. That's what Kendrick's been rapping about, is believing in himself and hustling and getting it right. But what about when you've hustled enough but you can't receive, right? That's where the feminine traits come in. Feminine energy is about receiving. And I know I will go deeper into these topics in other episodes, bear with me. But Kendrick Lamar understands all of this. He understands the universal laws. He understands the law of attraction. He understands that, when he said, my future's so bright, I'll probably go blind before I think twice. I ain't lying. I've learned in my own life that even though I may know myself, I know myself more than anyone knows me. And people only know pieces and parts of me. Like, y'all only know pieces and parts of Kendrick. Like, y'all think of him as just the boogeyman. Y'all think of him as just attacking rappers. But, like, y'all really didn't understand, like, his heart behind it. People don't really understand my heart behind it. That's why I got the Sacred Heart of Jesus, because he does. And even though Jesus understands, it's still painful. So that's why Kendrick was wearing the thorn of crowns. That's why I feel like I wear the thorn of crowns. Like, it hurts to love people. It hurts to understand people. It hurts yourself to meet people on a universal language and on a universal understanding in a society that teaches otherwise. And so Kendrick is trying to change the movement. He's trying to change the message of not just hip hop, but of humanity. And that's where he's meeting people at. And I practice that. That's really the biggest blessing. In my last couple episodes, my revolution, when I was like, rock on. Like, Kendrick is a form of revolution. I love Kendrick Lamar. I have so much more to share about him, but we're just gonna start right there. I always been seeing people have been critiquing the damn album when he say, bro, people will always critique what you have to say, but you gotta stand on business about who you are, and you gotta love who you are despite what people gotta say. And that's what Kendrick has taught me for real. And that's why he overpowered Drake, because when you truly love yourself, you overpower anything and anyone. That's some real high power shit. Everything that he has been commenting on that seems as an attack, it's an attack with truth. It's all in the name of sacred truthness. And that's why he wins. And that's why he won 2024 and why he will continue to win. For legacies and decades on, people are going to remember Kendrick Lamar as the truth giver. And that's who I want to be.